Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Yolo. My name is Reverend David Clark. I'm the senior minister here, and it is my distinct pleasure to welcome you all here this morning, and welcome to you all online. Our stream is going out across the universe, so everybody can watch us. Yes, and it's working. Hooray! And welcome if this is your first time. If you're new, welcome to our beautiful center here at the Grand Prince Odeum in Winters, California. So I'd like to start off every Sunday with our Heart of Ism covenant. This is our statement, our declaration of who we are and how we enter into this world and what we represent here at the Center for Spiritual Living, Yolo. So the words will be on the screen. If you would like to join in this reading out loud, then please join me. We stand firmly in the truth that every human being is an expression of the divine. We affirm that all people, regardless of race, nationality, gender identity, sexual orientation, economic status, ability, past actions, or beliefs, are inherently worthy of love, dignity, and respect. We commit to being love in action. We will respond to fear with faith, to hate with compassion, and to injustice with sacred action. We are the presence of peace. All right, and so it is. So, I almost forgot to welcome everybody. Please welcome Billy Larkin, our music director. How you doing this morning, Billy?
I'm doing well, David. How about you?
I'm great.
Good.
I'm great. I'm energized. It's a beautiful morning.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I've been so caught up in that whole musical thing
That little thing.
But when you told me anything about grace, and I thought, you know what, I haven't written something in a while, so I got a new song coming out today for everybody called "There But for the Grace of God."
Awesome.
I'm excited about that. So happy to see everybody.
Yes.
And just a little word about Billy. Whenever I'm listening to my favorite artists and they're playing their hits, and then they say, "Okay, now we're going to play a new song," and I'm like, "Okay, let's see how this works out." But with Billy, whenever he says he's got a new song, I get excited because they are all so deeply written and heartfelt, and just, I'm really building up this song. I have not heard it, but I'm
I deliberately kept from playing it while you were here, so I wanted to surprise you with.
Okay, I cannot wait. So this is a treat.
Yes.
This is a treat. World premiere. So,
Want to buy the CD?
when it comes out. So what is science of mind? If you're here for the first time, if you're not familiar with science of mind or religious science, this is what it is. Science of mind is a spiritual philosophy that teaches the power of thought to shape our lives. It blends ancient wisdom, modern science to affirm that there is one universal creative power, often called spirit, that works through our beliefs to create our experiences. Quite simply, there is a power for good in the universe greater than you are, and you can use it. One of the ways that we use this power is through what we believe, through what we choose to believe. And so at this center, we have 4 core beliefs, and I want to share them with you right now. Number 1, we believe that love is all there is. Everything is made of love, an expression of love, a call for love. Try making one move in your life without thinking of someone or something that you love. So we pay a lot of attention to how we love and what we love in this philosophy. Number 2, we believe that all thought is creative and influential. Thoughts are things. Everything around you has been preceded by thought. It was alive in someone's mind before it came out into this world, including your beautiful selves. So we pay a lot of attention to what we think and what we believe in this philosophy. Number 3, we believe that you are whole, perfect, and complete right now, exactly as you are. Because we come from a whole, perfect, and complete source that only creates whole, perfect, and complete things. So you are one of those things. I am one of those things. So we believe this about ourselves. And this is how we approach the world as whole, perfect, and complete beings. No matter what changes we need to make about ourselves, about our body, we're going to change the color of our hair, we're going to lose some weight, we're going to go back to school. No matter what our goals are, we enter into every endeavor as a whole, perfect, and complete person. And number 4, we believe in a world that works for everyone, and we're working from that world together. It's a world that operates, it's a universe that operates as it always has, on love and law and cause and effect. And what we do here is study those natural laws and use them to bring about our good in our lives. And make this into a world that looks and feels like it's working for everyone. So now it's time for my favorite time of the day, our Namaste time, a time when we get to look at each other in the eye and recognize and acknowledge the spirit that dwells within each and every one of us. And we do that with Namaste. And if you feel so inclined, our camera's right here. If you want to swing by and say Namaste to our online audience, I'm sure they will get the benefit of that. That's good feeling.
That's so cute.
I so appreciate that. There's just so much love in the room that everything is just elevated just by looking each other in the eye and acknowledging our divinity. So I encourage you to do that outside of these lovely halls, into the world. Always first know who you're looking at, and that is a shard of the infinite, an expression of the divine, no matter who it is you meet out there. That's who they are first. So, now it's time for our practitioner of the day. Please welcome Dr. Deborah Taylor. She's going to come up and give us our vision and mission and share with us today's affirmation. Good morning, Deborah.
Good morning, CSL. Why?
Why?
Because we love you.
You're going to make us do it.
So just relax and just do it. Good morning. So it's my pleasure to share our vision, mission statements, and affirmations of the day. I will read it, and then I will invite you to speak the words in your own voice. So our vision here at CSLY is to create an environment for all to realize the power of spiritual connection. So let's say that together. Our vision is to create an environment for all to realize the power of spiritual connection. And in support of this vision, our mission is to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. I'm going to invite us to stand, and as we speak these words aloud, to internally step into the embodiment, to allow that inherent greatness to shine forth as we say these words together. Our mission is to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. So I'm going to invite you to just allow your breath to deepen itself in its own perfect rhyme and rhythm as I read the affirmation. And I invite you to allow the words to permeate your very being. And I will invite you to speak them forth in your voice. I am a vessel of grace. I extend love, compassion, and peace to all I meet. Let's say those words together. I am a vessel of grace. I extend love, compassion, and peace to all I meet. So it is. And so I'd like to invite Peggy Ravandal to share announcements with us today.
Good morning, everybody.
Sometimes I can't
Oh, that's
resist.
nice. It's in here. I like that. Get my own monitor.
Yeah.
All right. First up is the class coming up this month, and you have a date.
Yes, it's the date. The date was on there. It starts July. I keep saying January. It starts July 29th, and it runs every Tuesday for 6 sessions. It's Journey of the Soul. Please join us on this journey of the soul to determine what your soul is, what your soul's path is, and just to learn more about how you and your soul and spirit partner to make your good. So I'm very excited about this class. The cost is $190, but you will not be turned away for if you cannot pay. So please let me know if you want to attend the class and it may have some funding issues. Let me know. We can work something out. We just want to get this class out to you and get as many people in as possible. So there are sign-ups in the back on the welcome table, and there is a sign-up online. At the website. Oh, and in the snapshot that went out last week if you're on our mailing list. So, that's it.
All right. Thank you. And next up is Crush MS, which is the 11th annual Crush MS summer celebration at the Reed Family Vineyards. Join us for a day filled with music, fun, an auction, and great wine. Let's unite with the wineries to crush multiple sclerosis and raise funds and awareness for the world free of MS. As it stands right now, I think we have about 20 wineries. And I won't be here next week, so don't forget about this one. So, all right, that's all I have. 104 tickets, go to crushms.org. Thank you.
Thank you, Peggy. And now as we move into the more contemplative portion of today's service, please join me in singing, I Have Faith.
I
choose love. I am love. When I trust and I let go, I know all is well. When I trust and I let go, I know all is
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm going to do the sacred readings today. We are to think only such thoughts as we wish to see manifest in our lives. This includes how we think about others. That's Ernest Holmes from, oh my goodness. Science of Mind. I am terrible with acronyms. I'm sorry. The second one is, the people who are most capable of extending grace are those who know how deeply they need it themselves. And this is Richard Rohr from Falling Upward. And finally, grace is what picks me and lifts my wings high above, and I fly. Grace always conquers. Be graceful in everything you do and watch the miracles unfold. And this is Marianne Williams.
So I invite you to allow the breath to deepen itself in its own perfect rhyme and rhythm. It is the universe of breathing each of us, breathing itself into creation. And so I know that there really is only one of us here. And that is that infinite presence that we may call God or Spirit. We may call it Jehovah or Allah, Wakantanka, Yahweh, Father Sky, Mother Earth, Gaia, Shango, Yemaya, Big Mama. No matter the name, it is the same infinite love, peace, joy, abundance. God. And so as I know that I am a divine emanation, a divine expression of that presence, of that love, that power, I know that this is the truth of each one here, and indeed it is the truth of all creation. For there is no spot where God is not. And so I simply stand in gratitude for the sacred space, for the sacred knowing for this sacred connection of all beings, whether animal, mineral, water, or air. We are all vibrations of the infinite. And so I stand in gratitude for all who have shown up to allow their love to create this sacred space. For our surrendered vessel, Reverend David Clark, as he allows Spirit to speak forth in his message and indeed in his life. For that sacred musical vibration that homes the spirit and allows the opening of love. And so I say it is good and very good. And I invite all to join with me in affirming this truth with the words Ashe,
Ashe.
Aho,
Aho.
Amen.
Amen.
And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you, Taylor. Let's promise to your goals.
Broken.
There for the grace of God. There for the grace of God. There for the grace of God. Go on. I see the woman on the street push a cart out in the stifling heat. How she knows which way to go, I just don't know, I just don't know. There for the grace of God, there for the grace of God, there for the grace of God. Go on. I see the child of war with no idea what the fighting's for. How he lives with fear every day. I just can't say, I just can't say. There for the grace of God. There for the grace of God. There for the grace of God. Go on. So I sit aside and I wonder why this should be so. Only God knows, only God knows. See the migrant farmer stand with the fruits of labor in his hands. He wonders, will they come today to take him away, to
you may have picked this up already, but we're talking about grace this month, all month, and grace in its different aspects. And last week we talked about what grace is in general. This week we're talking about giving grace. You my clicker? Yeah, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about giving grace. And I like to start out with something funny. And I looked for grace jokes, and I couldn't find any. And I spent a long time looking for jokes about grace. And I couldn't find any, and I was getting very frustrated. But then I forgave myself and moved on. So you had to be here last week, but forgiveness is all about grace. Grace is all about forgiveness.
So that's the joke.
And that's the joke. Yes, my wife got it. So, grace. It is wonderful when you get it. I have a question for you. Who gave you grace when you least deserved it? I'm going to give you a second to think about that. Who gave you grace when you least deserved it? The moment that you receive it, that you recognize that, oh my goodness, I've just received grace from this person. That feeling of being seen, forgiven, and loved anyway, in spite of whatever mistake you made, is a sacred feeling. It's a blessing. It's a gift. And each one of us has the power to give that gift, to be that in someone's life. Were you able to think of someone that gave you grace when you didn't deserve it? Yeah. Okay, all of you deserve grace, I guess.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, well, yes, absolutely. But that's the end of the talk. It's too soon to get to that everybody deserves grace thing. But that is what we can be for each other. When I have received grace and I did not deserve it, I remember because I felt as though I didn't deserve it. And someone proved me wrong. And I was wrong. Because each and every one of us does deserve grace. Is the one thing that is free and abundantly given, that we have abundant access to. So, what does it mean to give grace? To see with spiritual eyes. To see with spiritual eyes beyond someone's behavior to their spiritual essence. And so I always say, if you have any problem with these concepts, just think of someone that you love. Think of someone that you love that made a mistake and did something wrong. You know that they are bigger than that mistake. You know that. You know that there's more to them, there's more to their personality, there's more to their life, there's more to their work, there's more to their deeds, there's more to them than the mistake that they made. And so when we're giving grace, we're remembering the truth of who we are. That we are more than a collection of mistakes. We are deeper than that. So that's number one. See with spiritual eyes beyond behavior to essence. Number two, extend love instead of judgment. Extend love instead of judgment. Again, I ask you to refer to your loved ones. How many times have you had something occur with someone that you love, and everybody's judging them? You're like, wait, hang on a second. Let's get all the facts. Not so fast. Let's take these other factors, these other things into consideration. We give deference to those we love. We shower grace on those we love. We want to believe in them. We know their true essence. And so that's another thing that we can do, is extend love and suspend our judgment. Another thing we can do is align with compassion instead of control. Compassion. That is what is needed. I turn on the TV and that comes screaming out to me from the TV. We need more compassion. We need compassion for each other. We need to show that compassion is real. And we prove that every time we consciously give grace to someone. Compassion is real, it works, and it has an effect on the universe and on each other. Another thing is to be the divine presence when others forget they are divine. To represent God. That is a motivation for giving grace. And every time we do, the grace that we're using isn't our grace, it's God's grace. And so you are sharing a bit of God every time that you forgive, every time that you give grace to someone. You are opening up your heart and you're sending God energy right to them. So that is what it means to give grace. Ernest Holmes said the only reason we can conceive of for the Spirit's being is the expression of its own nature, love, truth, and beauty through us. God is expressed through us. So when we express grace, we become conduits for Spirit's nature. And so we are getting into that cycle of divine grace. When we all say, everybody out there nodded when I said we need more compassion in this world. Every time you give grace, you are putting more compassion into the world. You are becoming part of the solution instead of dwelling in the problem and lamenting the problem. No, get in there. Show that grace is ever available. Be that grace that you want to see in the world. So, I must caution you that giving grace does not mean enabling harm, or enabling or ignoring harm. I have a problem speaking today. I swear I only had one coffee. But yes, giving grace is not excusing bad behavior. It's not laying down being a doormat for somebody to stomp all over you and for you to say, hey, it's okay. Keep it coming. No, that is not grace. That is not grace. Abandoning boundaries. If you have someone that's constantly violating your boundaries, giving grace is not just saying, oh, that's okay, you violated my boundaries, it's all right. No. That is also not grace. And this is a big one. Saying everything that's fine when it's not is not giving grace. Okay, so we know what grace is not. Grace is choosing compassion over condemnation. Releasing the need to punish or to be right. You can stand up for yourself and still have compassion for other people. You can assert that you have boundaries and still open your heart and give grace and compassion and forgiveness to someone else. Both things can be done. And of course, allowing the divine to express through you is also grace. What does Spirit dictate? What is Spirit telling you to do in this moment? A lot of times Spirit is telling you, hey, you know what? Just forgive. Forgive and let this go. There are so many things that we go through our life not forgiving people for. If I walk into a supermarket and somebody's holding the door open and then they just let the door slam in my face as I'm coming up to you know how you open the door for people and you're going in. And you open the door for people, you let them come in too, right? We all do that. When someone doesn't do that, and the door comes and slams in my face, I don't respond very well to that. I don't like that. How were you raised? Didn't you look behind you and see me standing there? But that even something as so small and minuscule as that, I'll hold a grudge over. And I'll be like, and then I'll go home. You know what this kid did? He didn't hold the door. He just let it slam in my face. Can you believe that? Kids today. Now I'm expanding my argument beyond the event that happened, and I'm applying it to all youth. This one person represents all youth. So yeah, I'm expanding it. And then all, whatever this person was. If this was if this was a teenager, teens. And I'll apply it to all teens. I can go as far with this as I wish to go. The point is, I don't have to go any farther than the event itself. Yes, it happened. Wasn't paying attention. And go in. Give them grace. Maybe they didn't know. Maybe they didn't know the rule. Maybe they forgot. Maybe they had a lot on their mind. Maybe they were worried about their sick mother. Maybe they were worried about a big exam coming up. Who knows? But I've had lapses before. I've cut people off in traffic and I beg forgiveness. Sorry. I really had to get that exit. That's why I cut through 5 lanes of traffic to get there. I'm sorry. Don't act like you haven't done it. Because you have. And you have asked for forgiveness and you've asked for grace. What a gift it is to receive it. Okay? So that's what I'm saying. All these little slights that we have in our life that we just we hold on to and we catalog them and we label the person and we label their group. We don't have to do any of that. We can let it go and we can forgive. And we can express grace. So the Bible has a lot of stories in it, a lot of parables in it, and some things might be a little bit difficult to identify with, like Jonah and the whale. You're like, okay, well that's pretty far out there. But grace is expressed through the parable of the prodigal son. Some stories are really accessible. If you have children, if you've been a child, then this story of the prodigal son that has everything in the world and goes out and squanders everything that he has and then drags himself back home to the open arms of his father. To the joy and delight of his father. My son is home. Come here. Such grace he found when he got home. That story, I've lived that story. I've been that prodigal son. I have had that prodigal son. Well, the prodigal son was a daughter in my case. But I've had that. I have had so much love in my heart for someone that I said, okay, all that stuff you did before, I throw it out. And I open my arms and I embrace you because I love you. That's not that far-fetched. It's grace at its extremes, but it's something that we all have the capability of doing. Another story is Jesus on the cross. When he says, forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do. When he pleads for the people, for the souls of the people that put him on that cross. The people that tortured him, the people that ridiculed him, the people that spat on him, he said, forgive them, Father, for they don't know what they're doing. They don't know. And that's us a lot of times. When we make a mistake, we don't know that we're making a mistake when we're making it. But that's an extreme form of grace, which is also possible. If I'm offended, I can bless the person that offended me. They didn't know what they were doing. God bless them. And so I don't have to carry them around in my mind with hatred and resentment and all those other things. I don't have to do that. I have access to grace. And I can let it go and I can rise up. Another thing is just simple modern grace. When somebody apologizes, you ever get that apology but it's too late? Anybody? Yeah, I've gotten it. And when you get that apology and it's too late and you're justified, it's like, I don't accept. It is too late for that apology. I don't care how heartfelt it is. You should have apologized last week. I refuse. But how wonderful is it when somebody comes to you with that apology and you accept it? Yeah, I accept your apology. I understand. You get a good apology, kind of describes whatever happened. You accept it. You shake hands. You hug, and you actually let it go. What an amazing feeling that is! What an amazing feeling that is. I spent a lot of time in a band a while ago. I was in a blues band for 15 years. And I've mentioned it before here. But we had something happen in that band, a big brouhaha, which happens in bands all the time. You know, your brothers, basically, you spend a lot of time practicing, a lot of time rehearsing, a lot of time performing. So you get this intimacy in the band. Well, one of our band members violated that intimacy in a big way and violated a huge rule that we have. We don't have a lot of rules playing music, okay? You show up, you do the gig professionally, and that's pretty much it. If you can get yourself to the gig and play the gig, then awesome. But one of those tenets was broken. We were asked to turn down, which we often are in our band. They asked us to turn down, and one of our musicians, and I won't say this, I'll protect the names for the innocent. One of our musicians, he turned up and was overplaying all of us because he was mad because somebody told him to turn down. So he turned up and boom, 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 he's playing. And I'm looking back, what are you doing? And he's sitting there just like from outer space. It was so crazy what he was doing. And after we got off stage, I declared, I will never play with him again. I will never take, that's a thing musicians do. I was a lead singer. So lead singers kind of throw fits like that. I will never play with him again. You know, we make these declarations. And so I declared, I'll never play with him again. And so we had replaced him, and we started playing with somebody else. And then a year or so went by, and we needed a bass player. So this, and no offense to any bass players that are out there, but we needed a bass player, and so I'm like, okay, I'm trying to grasp grace. I'm trying to say, okay, for the sake of this gig, I will play with him. You know, even after I made that declaration. So me and the rest of the band, we agreed, okay, yeah, we'll play with him. We get there, we get to the gig, he's setting up, I'm setting up. He comes over to me and he said, at our last gig, I really messed up. I had some stuff going on in my life. I'm really, really sorry that I did that. I apologize, and it is a blessing for me to be able to come and play with you guys again. And I really appreciate you having me back to come and play. And we shook hands. And it was over. It was over. And the amazing thing was, and then we went on, we played the gig, we had a great time, and then we continued playing together after that, because we never did find a replacement, because he was a great bass player. But it was an amazing transformation that I had. I had not forgiven him for that entire year for what he did, because I made my declaration. I will never play with him again. And so I have to remember that. So I have to remember that I will never do that. Right? I have to hold that grudge. I have to hold him in this prison that I have in my heart. But after that apology, and after, and I'll admit my willingness to let it go, I was very willing to let it go, especially after he apologized like that. But after I did, this feeling just lifted off of my heart. And I could see that it lifted off of his heart as well. And our relationship was transformed because of what he was able to do and what I was able to do. So that is the transformative power of grace. And we can sprinkle a little grace everywhere and get those same kinds of feelings. Even if you're forgiving someone that doesn't know you hold a grudge against them. That's right, I'm talking about you angry drivers. You're not immune from giving grace. So, how do we practice? How do we practice grace? Oh, before we do that, and a great Ernest Holmes quote. As we forgive ourselves and others, we are forgiven. The act of forgiveness sets spiritual law in motion that brings freedom, clarity, and new possibility. And that is what I got to experience. So, how do we practice giving grace? Okay, there's 3 ways. Number 1, with your words. Pause before speaking harshly. Pause before speaking harshly. Okay, we all have a knee-jerk reaction. If something happens, whoop, out come the expletives. Pause before reacting and speaking harshly. Another one is offer a kind assumption. Maybe they're doing their best. Maybe. I'm of my philosophy personally is that we are all doing as well as we can conceive. If I can conceive of myself doing better, I do better. And if I can't, I don't. So maybe this person that we are trying to give grace to, maybe they're doing the best they can. If I can picture them like that, it's a lot easier for me to open up that door of grace in my heart. Number 2, with presence. Listen without judgment and hold space for someone's struggle without the need to fix it. Listening without judgment is huge, and it's a skill, and it takes practice. That's why we say we practice giving grace. Practice listening without judgment. That's not without discernment, not without listening and understanding, but judging. Judging. That's where we fall into the trap, and that's what withholds our grace. And number 3, with our energy. We can pray for those that hurt us. That's a huge one. Pray for those that hurt us. And also, reframing our inner dialogue from blame to compassion. Okay, I've got a very robust inner dialogue that's always talking, always maybe judging myself too harshly. It's my inner dialogue. Oh, Dave, why'd you do that? Oh, and beat myself up. But we need to replace that with compassion. Practice showing compassion to ourselves. And then we will get good at showing compassion to other people. It's all a practice. So the home play this week is something we lovingly call the 7-Day Grace Challenge. So I hope you're keeping your grace journals. I hope you're keeping track when grace is shed upon you. But this is when each day of the next 7 days, intentionally give grace to someone. A stranger, a loved one, to yourself. Intentionally give grace. And in your grace journals, record what happens. I don't care if it's a little small, little tiny bit of grace, or it's a huge amount of grace. If you give grace to someone, write it down and notice the effects. Notice the effects on yourself and on your own frame of mind. Okay? So, you guys with me? We want to give more grace?
Yes.
I don't believe you. Let me ask you again. Do you want to give more grace?
Yes.
Yes. Because grace is what we need. We don't have a right to complain about the state of the world today and how we need more grace and we need more love if we are not willing to be that grace and be that love. We can't expect somebody else to do it. It's our responsibility. It's our right to give grace and to spread more love in this world. So, let's take that into prayer. And let us go inside. Inside to that place of peace, that place of stillness, that place of love, to that place of grace. And it is from there, from the center of our being, that we declare that there is one. One Spirit, one God, one force, one consciousness, one source, one all-knowing, all-loving, all-powerful creator of all things. And because there is just this one, then I know that I am part of that one. I know that I am made of that one. I know that I enjoy all the qualities of that one. And therefore I have access to all the power and joy and beauty and wisdom and love and light. It is my birthright. And as I know this about myself, I know this about each and every person here. Each and every person that's walking these streets just outside this beautiful building, each and every person in this country, each and every person on this planet, we are all one. And we all have access to everything we need because we are part of the Blessed One. And so with that in mind, ponder who in your life needs grace. Who or what in your life needs grace right now, and speak their name into the room. Bring them here with us now. And know that just as you are made of grace, so are they. What's true for us is true for all. in this blessed, sweet, divine truth. Know that they are also part of this one, that they have all the power that they need, that they have all the grace that they need, that they have all the wisdom that they need to overcome whatever it is they're going through right now. Know this truth. And so I'm thankful to know this. I'm thankful to declare it. I'm thankful that knowing this and believing this and declaring this has power. The power to heal, the power to unite, the power to reveal truth. And so I release these words, knowing that they're true and done, knowing that as we release these words, they are acted upon by a loving universe and made manifest immediately. And so let us all release these words happily, with love and joy in our hearts going out throughout the world. And let us release these words with the words. And so it is.
Just let the past go. Hold on to the now. 'Cause we will never really know the where and the what and the when and the how. And we should fall into grace. Yes, we're gonna fall. There will be no trace of any doubt. This is what faith is all about, and we should fall into grace. Forgive now with ease. Nothing's wrong anyway. No gods to displease. Just a universal spirit that is calling you to save. Fall into grace. Yes, we're gonna fall into grace. There will be no trace of any doubt. This is what faith is all about, and we should fall into grace. There is a secret to falling. Just release and let go. Trusting in God is our calling. And right into grace we will flow. And we should fall into grace. Yes, we're gonna fall into grace. There will be no trace of any doubt. This is what faith is all about, and we should fall into grace. Fall into grace. Fall into grace. Fall into grace.
Thank you, Billy. We are a center that observes the spiritual practice of giving and tithing. We call it conscious, committed, and structured giving, and there are many ways to give and many ways to expand your abundance consciousness. We give of our time through volunteering, we give of our talents through participation, and we give of our treasure through financial donations. Your gifts help us in our mission to provide a sanctuary for all to be lifted and inspired to embody spiritual principles and live their inherent greatness. We have a tithing partner every month or every quarter, and this quarter is our brand new tithing partner, and that is Yolo Healthy Aging Alliance. And I'm just going to read a little bit about them here. The Yolo Healthy Aging Alliance serves as the united voice for older adults, their families, and caregivers in Yolo County. Their mission is to promote the well-being of older adults through education, collaboration, and advocacy. So, what is this?
I don't know. But that's not.
Well, yeah, ignore this slide. Huh? Yeah. Yes, boom. Like, it's always great when you're doing your thing, you look out and you see all these confused faces. It's like, why is everybody so confused? I'm speaking English.
It's okay, we'll give you grace.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for your grace. I have to give myself some grace. So that is who we're supporting this month. And
It's not that.
yeah, it's not that, it's this. So let's move on, shall we? There are many ways that you can give. You can text to give to the number that's on your screen right now. That's a very easy process. You can go to our website at cslyolo.org and click on the Donate Now button. You can send us a good old-fashioned check or money order to CSL Yolo to the address that's on the screen up here. And lastly, you can just put some money in the plate that's coming around to you very shortly. So now that we know why we give and how to give, let us enter into that consciousness, that sacred consciousness of divine abundance. I ask you to place your hand over your heart, symbolizing that vibrational energy of circulation, and say with me our abundance affirmation. I give with an attitude of abundance, knowing that as I give, I do receive. Today, I celebrate my prosperity and my ability to share from my overflow of good. I give from the knowledge that all is well.
What goes around, comes around. We give and we receive. A circle of abundance that is there for you and me. So give what you get what you give. Living in abundance is the only way to live. Give what you get what you give. Living in abundance is the only way to live.
We bless and release these gifts to do their work of proclaiming the good news that all is well. As we have freely given, according to the law of circulation, it returns to us. Full measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. So we will always have more to enjoy and to spare, to give and to share. For this we give thanks. We let it be so, and so it is. And our special message to the children out there, the children that are headed this way and the children that we have
One more.
nestled deeply in our hearts. Oh, happy birthday to you July babies out there. But our special message to the children is, we love you.
We love you.
We're here for you.
We're here for you.
And we're so glad you're here.
We're so glad you're here.
All right. So we believe in the power of connection at this center. And what does that mean? That means that we believe that we are unbreakably connected to Spirit. And we are unbreakably connected to each other. and that connection has power. And we utilize that power through prayer. So if you find yourself in need of prayer today, please let us know. Prayer practitioners, raise your hand. You can come to any of us here at the GPO today and get prayer. If you would like to, alternately, you can leave a prayer request in our prayer box that's at the welcome table, and that is most assuredly prayed on all week with prayer practitioners, only looked at by prayer practitioners. And if you're online, you can visit us at our website at cslyolo.org and go to the practitioners portal there, and you can also leave a prayer request. So you have no excuse not to get prayer, no reason not to get prayer, receive prayer, and it is a powerful thing. And it's what we train to do, it's what we love to do. Lastly, we have fellowship downstairs after the service. We've got coffee and tea and fun and fellowship down there, so please join us and have a little bit of fun after the service downstairs in the fellowship hall. So all of that happens after the closing song and benediction, which happen now.
All right, let's stand and sing God is Good. God is good all the time. God is good all the time. God is always there for me, so I let go and let it be. Love is good all the time. Love is good all the time. Love is always there for me, so I let go and let it be. God is good all the time. God is good all the time. God is always there for me, so I let go and let it be.
Go forth and know the gift that you are and the gifts that you bring. And one of those gifts is the greatest gift of all, and that is grace. And always remember that God loves you. And so it is.